What up? It's your boy Dayton back at it again with another episode of Unbiased Sports Fan. I have my ball knower CORIE here back with us today. Thanks, CORIE, again for coming on. Before we get started, remember to go like and subscribe. Make sure you drop a comment of who your Final Four and national champion is. Also, remember when we get to 100 subscribers, I'll be doing a giveaway. So make sure you share to somebody, share your friends, family members. Um, I've gotten some feedback that some of the episodes are too long, but we're just talking ball here, so we'll try to shorten them down a little bit. The first weekend, is one of the best weekends of sports in itself the whole year. So we kind of get into a lot of it, but it'll shorten down. Let's make sure to get the subscribers by the national championship game. If you're interested in coming on, make sure to reach out to me. I'll put my Instagram, TikTok, email in the description. But thanks again for all who've watched the first three episodes. If you haven't, go check those out. And also thanks to all the Unbiased Sports Fan who all got in the Unbiased Sports Fan Bracket Challenge. We got to 107 people, which is pretty good. So super excited about that. And if you win, I'll be reaching out to you. And if I can't figure out your name, make sure you reach out to me. So CORIE, the best week out of the whole year is behind us now. So let's get straight into it.
Oh man, what a way to even start it. Thursday, first game, TCU,
Bro,
Ohio State, going down to the wire. I mean, this it couldn't have kicked off any better, man. Just started off perfect.
and as an unbiased fan here, I hate Ohio State, but I said they were one of the hottest teams going in the tournament. And TCU just brought it.
Yeah, they did. They had a tough team out there, and like you said, just brought it. And from the from tip off at 12 o'clock on Thursday, it was such a great day. We had the TCU game. We had the with Ohio State. We had Louisville and the ACC coming out there showing what they can do. And then we had them boys out of Greensboro, them High Point Panthers. You
Dang
and I both
right.
talked about it last time, and then we'll get into it. And then Duke getting scared. I mean, it was what a great weekend. What a great weekend.
I agree. We'll get into all that, especially the high point game, because that stat, we'll get into it. Um, wasn't too many upsets, but enough to keep people happy, I'd say.
I would agree
What
with that.
So starting off, what game surprised you the most? I think it's pretty obvious, but in the round of 64, we're gonna start with the round of 64 games.
So I want to bring up two games, and not obviously being a biased sports fan, I have to bring it up. Carolina being up by 19 points with
Oh my
15 minutes
god,
left to go in the game, and just throwing an absolute choke job at it, man. I
dude!
mean, that's pathetic.
I switched to another game because I thought the game was over.
My wife,
I
my wife
swear to
was
you,
my wife was at a small group or women's small group, and she said she looked at the score and she was like, "Oh, you're going to be in a good mood whenever I get home." This, that, the other. She walked in the door. She walked straight upstairs. Oh man, it was rough, dude.
dude, I
Um,
can't
and,
believe it, man.
and the other game, there was enough upsets, but there wasn't anything crazy. But I think the thing that probably caught me off guard the most was the fact that Duke came out and got hit in the mouth. I
Dude,
think that
if
was
they
the
play
biggest
any other,
surprise.
dude, I agree. If they play any other team, they didn't sub one time.
Yep, yep. I mean,
40 minutes a per player.
they had
Five.
one guy that came off the bench with like 40 seconds left because the guy fouled out for Siena.
Dude, that's
You know,
crazy. If they play anybody else, I feel like they lose there.
and I mean, I don't know. You played competitive sports. I've played competitive sports,
Yeah.
and they've everybody wants to get mad at that kid that came out and said made the comment that said something to the effect of, "Yeah, we just thought we were going to cakewalk them, and
Yeah.
that's not what this is." And playing competitive sports, I know we went up against teams that we thought the exact same thing. You're like, "Hey, this is
Yeah.
going to be a cakewalk day," but those boys from Siena showed up ready to play, and Duke about got punched in the mouth.
And I'll say, even obviously as an unbiased, I'll bring him up. But Michigan, the first half, Howard came out and they were
Yep,
looking pretty. They were hit 10 for 16 3 pointers. Like, buddy, they're still college athletes. Y'all got to guard them. You can't leave them
exactly.
open. They're going to hit these shots.
Golly, there were so many good games that Thursday. And that's one of the things I love about the opening weekend of March Madness. It feels like we've lived an eternity in four
Yeah,
days.
I
You
know.
know, it's the greatest thing in sports. It really is.
Dude, and another thing, you got one game on, goes to commercial, you flip over the next one. You
Yep.
never have to watch commercials during March Madness, I
And,
feel like.
and you know the best thing about it is you get into the second half of the first game, and every point from that point on you can turn over to the second half of another game, the
Yep.
second half of another game, and then you can flip over and say, "Oh man, Duke's getting smacked." I mean, it's just fantastic.
I can't
Um,
believe Duke whew,
oh man, that would have
almost lost that game.
boy, things would have been loud in Durham and Chapel Hill if that game would have went another way.
Yeah, what we hearing over in Chapel Hill after that L.
Man, it's loud. Being a biased sports fan, Hubert Davis, the Carolina family, we love Hubert as a man. He's a
Yeah.
great guy, great human being, but it's loud, man. And we look back 5 years ago in that national championship run that he had, and you have to take a couple things into account with that run. One, that was Roy Williams' team that he took to
Recruiting,
the
yeah.
Final Four or to the national championship game. Two, in that game, he had a 15-point lead at halftime. We made a free throw at the beginning of that half, and we were up by 16 going at the very start of the second half of that game, and he blew that game. At some point, the close calls, the not being able to step on a team's throat and not close the deal, I think that comes down to toughness, and toughness shows up from the top, and that's the reason why things are so loud here in Chapel Hill right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I heard one thing like they don't want to fire him, but they're kind of like, all right, let's you're gonna have to go. Like you want to keep his reputation, I guess, but
Yeah,
I
maybe
mean,
maybe we'll have a year-end wrap-up and we can bring that up because I got a feeling we're going to be hearing a lot of noise from Chapel Hill over the next couple of weeks.
all right. Well, then how about High Point getting it done?
I mean, I don't think either you or were surprised about that. I
Dude,
mean, you and I called it.
yep. And that Cam Johnston dude. I said
The
he only shot 4 2-pointers. He
Yeah,
hit the game winning shot, a 2-pointer.
isn't that
First one of
great?
the year. Dude, that's I mean, that
It's
story just lined up perfect.
it's so fantastic, man. That's the reason, we I wouldn't even consider High Point a Cinderella team. Obviously, we know what happened in the next round, but
Yeah.
High Point's got a good squad out there. And that's the beautiful thing about, a lot of people are getting upset about NIL and stuff, but I think that's just bringing the gap a lot closer from schools.
I
These
agree.
mid majors have talent on the roster. Have you ever seen High Point's campus? It's beautiful.
Yeah,
They've
it's
got money to
awesome.
spend over there.
They have a
You know what
lot
I
of
mean?
money over there at High Point.
So,
I
like I
agree.
said,
I mean, dude, I'm telling you, that's what that goes back to. It's like the Michigan game. I'm sitting there watching, and those kids can play too.
yep.
Like uh, they make the shots they're supposed to make. If you're not going to guard them, they're going to beat you. And luckily, well, like I'm supposed to be unbiased here, but Michigan second half they stepped on their throat and kind of
Well,
got away with it. But
that's what a good coach like Dusty May will do. You
that's
know,
right.
Yeah, that's the difference between a really good coach and an okay coach.
Yep, I agree. So I know you don't really like talking about the seeding much. You think that after that round of 64, you think it was right?
I mean,
You can
I'm
kind of flip some here and there, but
yeah. I mean,
overall,
overall, it's fine. Texas, sneaking in as an 11 seed. We see what's going on there, in that play-in game. That's one of those things whenever we talk about bubble teams, whenever I told you, I think in the last episode we talked about it where I'm not going to argue with you over the last four
yeah,
teams that get in,
right.
but Texas gets in and look at what they're doing right now. And I think they've got a legitimate chance against Purdue this upcoming weekend.
I do too. Uh, I was about to read you out some trends that because I think me and TG went over some trends episode 3. But that's some of the trends we went over. 11 seeds win 38% of the time in the first round, and we had 2 11 seeds win. And then 12 out of the last 14 years and 23 times total, a first 4 team has made it to the round of 32. So we kind of figured it was going to happen.
It's going to happen. And like you said, but I mean, this could be one of those crazy times
Right.
where, I mean, realistically, I could see a Elite Eight matchup between Texas and Arizona. I mean, I could
Yeah,
I could see that happening.
I agree. Do you think most surprising team first round, pretty much same thing, Texas?
I mean,
Or
going
do
on
you
the
kind
run.
of know SEC ball?
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and give SEC all the credit in the world, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
the, uh, I mean, I'm not surprised at it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, whenever we say surprise, that's the reason why I mentioned that Duke Siena game. I mean, last week I was sitting on here, unfortunately, shouting Duke's praises. I was telling you
Yeah.
how good of a ball club they
Yeah.
were.
And you hate
And
them.
I can't stand those guys, but I know they're a good ball club. And just to see them they realistically, Siena had some chances there at the end of the game to take them out of the tournament. But
Bro, that would have been worse than the other two one seeds losing. But go
yeah,
ahead.
the
Sorry.
UMBC with Virginia, because whenever we looked at those matchups with Purdue that got knocked out as a one seed and Virginia, those were defensive minded teams, right? So they would be
Right.
teams that could put up 55 points in a game and win a game because
Yeah.
the other team would put up 35. You know,
Hustling. Yeah.
so if a team's hitting, those wouldn't have been so surprising because if a team gets hot against them, they can be beaten. They're not a strong offensive team.
That's
So
right.
that's the reason why I think it was just so surprising to see that. I was just like, "Ooh!" I mean,
It I would have bet. I mean, until the last 5 minutes, I thought 100% they were losing. They just didn't have it in them. They looked like they didn't want to be there.
yeah.
The the
The other
injuries were
thing that
hurting, man.
the other thing that was a little bit surprising was how bad Miami of Ohio got beat up.
Hmm. Yeah.
Whenever we talk about that
Oh
first
yeah, yeah,
round,
yeah, yeah. Yep.
um, you know, they got smacked by Tennessee. You know,
They
they
just
just
proved that. I mean, I've said from the beginning, if they win the one playing game, they proved everyone wrong because they said they couldn't beat any of the big schools.
yep, yep.
So I mean, but
And
then you run into an
I forgot
SEC
who did
team.
they beat on in the play-in game? They beat
The
SMU ACC
Yeah.
team
So I
SMU.
mean,
Yep,
they hung with the big dogs. They beat a big dog.
yep, exactly.
So I mean, Tennessee. We'll get into that, but they're on a little run for themselves right now too.
Yes, they
But
are. Yes, they are.
moving on around to 32 now, we had a couple upsets here. Which matchup
This is
excited
whenever the
you?
tournament really starts shaking up. Is in that round of 32. We
And
get the one Cinderella team that hops out of the round of 64, and I
mm-hmm.
mean, how about Houston? How bad they beat Texas A&M?
Bro, they smacked them. But what now? Alabama beat the crap out of Texas Tech too
Yeah, I
by
mean,
25. Dude, they couldn't miss. They hit
and
23s.
here's something that I thought was really interesting. Your little brother over there in Michigan State, Tom
Oh
Izzo's
my
just
God.
he's just still got it, doesn't he?
He does. He does.
I mean, he just
I
still
got to
got
give it
it.
to him. That dude, I know I joke around and stuff, but I mean, that's one of the best coaches to ever do it. So,
Yeah,
and then when this month comes around and this tournament comes around, even though he hasn't won it too much, he's always there to play.
he's always
Um,
there. Well, it was so interesting, in our trivia questions that you asked me the other week, whenever you told me Michigan State had the
oh, yeah.
longest running into the tournament, that just kind of even that caught me off by surprise
Yeah.
because even in Michigan State's down years, they're
Yeah.
getting in as a 6, 7 seed.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? It's
Yeah.
like, what is
Yeah.
going on here?
It's crazy how he does it. And that you just nailed it. Like, even if they have a mediocre whole season, they'll be like fifth or sixth in the Big Ten and still somehow get in there and win a game or two. I don't
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Um, go ahead.
No, no, I was just like I said, I was just sitting here thinking about how good Michigan State's been over the past 2 decades.
It's crazy.
It's mind blowing.
It sucks to be the unbiased fan rival, but
Yeah, it does. It does.
I mean, we got them this year twice. I mean, Michigan's got them this year twice, but so the round of 32, which team's going on a run you did not see coming?
Oh, well, I
I'm gonna
mean,
throw this out there. I got Pitt thrown out. The Iowa Hawkeyes.
ooh,
Them
yeah,
boys. I mean, it was a good game, but they hung in there. Usually, them non-seeds run out of gas. These teams run out of gas, but I mean, all the way down to the end, they
well,
freaking did it.
in that round of 32, another matchup that I was super pumped to watch was our Panthers, the High Point Panthers.
Yeah,
I mean, I was so pumped to watch it. And man, I was sitting there. They had the late game on what was that? Sunday night. Was it Sunday night they had the game, or was it Saturday night?
Last night, no,
Um,
High Point
yeah, that was Saturday night, wasn't it?
Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah, so I was sitting
right.
there. Yeah, they had the late game against Arkansas. It was late. They had that whatever it was, 10:15 tip off Eastern time. You know how for us
God,
East Coast
dude.
people, man, it's rough. It's rough watching these games sometimes.
Oh, 100%.
But I'm sitting in there, I'm watching the game, in and out of sleep right there. And every time I look, man, I was like, okay, High Point's got a lead. And I kid you not, I don't know if it was a dream or what, but I thought they had won by 2 points whenever I woke up in the morning. And I had to go back and look at the score, and I was like,
You're so
oh,
tired.
I mean, that's how tired I was trying to watch that game. But I mean, like I said, best time of the year. I'm trying to soak up every bit of it that I can get.
I agree, man. And the biggest disappointment, that's one of my questions to you, but I'm just going to throw it out there. Florida, um, dude, ever since
Yeah,
Vandy kind of whooped up on them in the SEC tournament, they just haven't been the same because they
no,
they
they're
were the most dominant team before that. I feel like for not the beginning of the year, we knew they had some flaws watching at the beginning of the year, but in that run, and I guess it just caught up to them.
well, and another surprising team that's coming along right now. And I don't know if you want to call it a surprise. We know they're a good ball club, but how well they're playing is St. John's. I
Oh
mean, they
god,
are playing
dude,
so well right now.
I actually picked them to beat Duke next round, so in my
Did
bracket.
you?
So yeah, so we'll see.
Well,
I do. That's
me,
another coach, bro. Patino. Dude, I don't know what it is. He when he comes March, you don't want to bet against that guy.
well,
Trust
over
me.
there, and me over there in the unbiased sports fan bracket challenge. It ain't looking too hot for your boy over there.
I think I'm in like seventh,
Ah, man, I
but if
had to
I win
make.
it, I'm gonna give it to the next person.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I had Virginia winning that game on
Tennessee,
yeah,
dude. I'm pretty sure I picked Tennessee, and I think that's what pushed me up. Um, and me and Emily, we're doing a survive one of those survivor things,
right.
and she picked Tennessee, which is a sketchy pick, but it worked out.
Hey, it worked out well for them. Like I
We're
said,
both we're
Virginia
both in it.
Virginia there at the end of the game just couldn't close out. That's typical Virginia basketball. Nothing
Yeah,
unsurprising there. You keep asking me on what I was surprised about. I'm not even surprised about that. That's like almost to be expected these days.
I think we talked about that too. Like, I cannot trust Virginia,
No, you
like
can't.
ever. I don't care how good they are. Like, I can't.
I mean, when they won the championship, what was it? Was it 4 years ago they won? No, I think it's been longer than that since
No,
they
it was
won
with
it, though.
Kyle Guy and all them.
That's right.
Remember?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
yeah.
that was before freaking COVID, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude. I feel like I've lived an
Uh,
eternity since then.
dude, hold on. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure. Uh, let's see. Yeah, it was 2019.
2019. Okay. So the
Yeah.
year before the COVID year and everything, the world went crazy. The year we didn't have a tournament.
Yep.
That
But
was,
I'll go back to St. John's. Let them win and meet Michigan in the championship because we lost to Patino in Louisville in 2013. We got to get that
yeah.
redemption, or
I tell
Michigan
you
has to
what,
get that
man,
redemption.
there's some interesting storylines shaking up for the Michigan Wolverines. It's,
Bro, I'm
it's
telling you.
just like the so many coincidences that are starting to happen. And I mean, I don't know. I could see your boys making it. I really do.
We'll
But
see. I think Iowa State they're a good team,
yeah, they're definitely a good team.
but they have
I
their
mean, you
flaws
gotta get
too.
you gotta get past Alabama on what is that, Friday y'all play them
Man,
or
I ain't
Saturday?
worried about Alabama.
Yeah, well, you,
I'm
you're the
just
one over
kidding.
there. You're the one over there telling me about the SEC dominance over there.
No, 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 no. Let's stop that. That's my next point. The Big Ten dominance, baby. I called that.
It's sickening, man. It's
Dude,
sickening.
6 out of 13 and 3 in the tournament, six teams in the Sweet 16, knocking
Yeah,
off the number first number one seed, and it's crazy because Iowa. I mean, I wasn't even talking about Iowa when I was talking about Big Ten dominance, but that just shows how deep it is. And I know Florida probably had an off game or whatever, but still,
and what
any.
we got, and we've got four SEC teams in there.
Let's see, name them real quick.
Tennessee, Alabama. Um,
That's it.
uh,
because Nebraska beat Vanderbilt.
Yep, that's it. That's it. So no, only two. That's it. That is only two. So y'all have, oh God, y'all do have.
And so everybody but UCLA, because UCLA lost to
Oh,
last night to golly, uh, Connecticut, UConn.
yep. Oh, speaking of UConn,
God.
hey, I'm telling you, man, those Huskies are for real.
But then I'll even say like that they are very good because UCLA had them. I feel like on the ropes first half, going to the second half, and then they just took off. Dan
Yeah,
Hurley, that's another coach. Dan Hurley, don't want to see him in March.
I'm telling you, Carolina's going big game hunting for. I heard a reporter say that Carolina's going big game hunting for head coaches this year,
Yeah, well,
and
you better stay away from the Block M up there. That
I'm just telling you, man. There's some people
Ellison,
been.
you got old Ellison over there, second richest person in the world. He ain't letting that happen, bud. Dave Portnoy ain't letting that happen. But I'm unbiased, so he
Yeah,
might.
yeah. No, the Big Ten, they did have a heck of a start to the tournament so far. They really have.
I mean, shoot, you got to think in the South region, right? Yeah, in the South region, it's Illinois versus Houston, and then
Yep.
Nebraska versus Iowa.
Yeah, and I
Three
mean,
Big Ten teams in the South.
I've got Houston making it to the Final Four, or no, I've got Duke beating Houston, I believe. Um,
That'd be right.
yep,
Duke
yeah,
Duke playing Houston in the Final Four.
yep. Like I said, Houston's a good ball club, man. I mean, those
Dude,
Cougars, dude.
I think they won both games at what 35.
Yeah, yep.
Dude, they
I
are.
mean, they were smacking people. Um,
Buckyball didn't come to play that game. I'll tell you that.
we're talking about teams that look dominant. Michigan in the second half of their games.
Yeah,
Um, and that second game that they had, they looked dominant. Houston looked dominant. UConn looked dominant. And then finally, Duke in the second half of their second game finally said, okay, let's show them who we are. You know,
yep.
um, and
Arizona.
we're kind of getting to that section of the tournament where we're getting a little bit more chalky, right?
Yeah,
We're getting down to the brass tacks of what's really going on. And I
yep,
think I still stand by the statement that I made at the beginning of this tournament. There's only 5 teams that can win this tournament,
yep.
and they're showing us why right now.
What do you think? The 4-1 seeds in Houston?
Uh, yeah, the 4-1
Well,
seeds in Houston.
Florida can't now,
Florida, I
obviously,
mean
but
not Florida. So it was. I was thinking Michigan, Duke, Arizona,
Iowa State
Houston, Iowa State, and right now, man, I'm not even gonna take UConn out of there, man, because UConn
or
looks.
Purdue. I feel
Yeah,
like, I mean, I don't know, man. I will say it's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more teams now. I thought at the beginning there was only like 4 or 5, but I feel like these 8 teams could win it, or these seven
yeah.
teams could win it. Like I don't know, man, but
Well,
uh,
have we talked about the we've talked whenever we last spoke, we were talking about the dominant or what that East bracket was looking like, right? The quote
oh
unquote
yeah,
bracket of death. And man, it's shaping up. I mean, you look
to
at
be those
that
exact
bracket,
4 coaches
dude, Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, UConn.
in UConn:
Look at
Shire,
that, dude.
Patino, Hurley, and Izzo.
Yes. Is that not wild?
And one of them has to lose.
I
Three of
mean,
them
yeah.
have to lose.
First off, in those first 2 games, 2 of them are going home.
Yep, dude, that's crazy, actually. And I know a lot of people were saying like these teams aren't as good as these coaches older teams that they've had in the past. But I don't care who's on the team. With those coaches, I feel like if you're on that team, you're on that team for a reason, and you're a good ball team or you're a good
Yep.
ball player.
Yeah, I mean these guys all they know is college basketball. I mean that's all those guys know.
So that St. John's win, uh, did you see the end of the game?
I did not see the end of the game. That might have been one that I
So
kind of missed the end of.
they hit the buzzer beater.
Against Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that
So
one. Sorry.
they fouled. They had like 4 fouls to give, but they
Yep.
did it too long. They did it too quick. They were saying like
Yep.
they were like just play aggressive. You know you're going to foul, so just try to get a steal. If you foul, you foul. dude, they trapped him in the corner and just slapped his arm. Like, you got to just try to get the ball or let 4 seconds go off. And then they just gave him those last 3 seconds they couldn't foul. And it's almost, I mean, they got to force a shot. So
Well,
that was
that
such a
goes.
great play.
Yeah, that was a great play. But think about the game on Friday. Whenever we had who was it that went into overtime? Santa Clara in Kentucky, right?
Yep.
There were fouls to give in that game.
Yeah.
And it's like instead of that's always the argument that whenever you're down by three or you're up by three and the other team has the ball, do you foul?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, whenever
With
there's only
fouls,
2 seconds left on the clock.
that's the same. Yeah. That's the same thing. It's like, I mean, but like that just gives them like, you give them a shot and then you give them some crazy off the. I mean, I'd rather them force up a three than give them a foul shot and then off the rim. Like it could
Right.
bounce right back to them and then they make it. Like I don't
Well,
know.
unless your name's Henry Vasar and you can't do that.
Oh my god, was that the dude that tried that?
Yeah. For
Wait,
Carolina in the overtime game against VCU.
yeah, he it didn't hit the rim,
It
right?
didn't hit the rim. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Uh,
so that's what I'm saying. I think that's more of a fluke than these guys. I mean, these guys shoot these long range threes all the time
yeah,
now. That's
that's
what the game
true.
is now. So I would almost be like, hey, let's get a crazy tip. Let's try to force them to get a crazy tip for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you there. Some of the trends also that we went over that's sticking true to it. Since 1985, only three times has a double digit seed not made the Sweet 16. So that stayed true. We got Texas in there.
Yep.
The last 10 national champs have lost the game in February. Me and TG went over this. We said Florida will not win because they went undefeated in February. Isn't that crazy?
Hold on.
The,
What was the stat?
the last 10 national champs have lost the game in February. Duke, Michigan, all Arizona, they all lost games in February except for Florida. They went on their run. That's
Oh,
crazy
wow.
how these
That is
stats like.
nuts.
And then since 2004, every national champ was ranked in the top 12 of the AP poll in week 6. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty like common one. Florida was not ranked in the top 12.
Yeah,
It's so weird, bro. And they're the first number 1 seed out.
it is wild how that stuff plays out. Like you said, actually, I want to go back to something that you were asking
Yeah,
me about being surprised. I actually am surprised about Florida because they're still a good
that's what I'm
team.
saying. Yeah.
You know,
And
like
Iowa played very well, but Florida on if they would have just I don't even know how to explain what happened to them. I just don't know. Or Iowa played well, but I still don't think they have enough to beat Florida.
I mean,
Obviously, I was wrong.
obviously they did, but
Yeah,
I mean, like you said, those Hawkeyes, boy, they're gonna have a fun. And what's crazy about Iowa is like they're 1 point dogs in that matchup against Nebraska. I mean, they could be making an Elite Eight run.
speaking of Nebraska, first tournament win this year, and they could be making the Elite Eight run.
Yeah,
Iowa, it's their first tournament in what 20 something years.
yeah,
For
something like
like,
that.
yeah, first
Well,
Sweet
and
16
you
or
know what's crazy about the Nebraska thing is I have a coworker who's a Nebraska fan, and to the first time they get a win, they're going on a little run here.
I
You know
know,
how you know how loud those Nebraska fans are right now?
and you don't got to play the number 1 seed Florida, and
Yeah,
you get a rival pretty much.
yeah,
They hate each
yeah,
other, Iowa and Nebraska.
yeah. Like you said, it's going to be fun because I mean, Nebraska hadn't had much to root for since Tim Couch in like
Dude,
2001.
that dude, they're freaking. I'm happy for them though, man.
Yeah,
Like finally something,
yeah,
but
exactly.
we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? These guys. I mean, now that probably half these teams that are there, started out like, oh, let's make a little run. We have no chance. But once I feel like you get here, Sweet 16, you know you can beat that other team to get to
All
Elite
it
Eight.
takes,
Once
all
more
it takes is a
confidence building.
little momentum, man. You know,
I
it's,
agree.
I mean, for every one of these teams, they're 5 games away from a national championship.
Yeah,
That's
Sweet
all it is.
16.
It's
Yeah,
5 games. It's 5 games. You're away from a national championship.
no,
And these,
4.
the round of
Sweet
60,
16,
no,
16.
the
Oh,
first round,
6 game.
yeah, the first round, the second round, the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, the Final Four, and then the national
I
championship.
thought you meant as of now. I thought you
No,
meant
no, no,
starting it.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
No,
Whenever
but you're
whenever
right.
you
Yeah, whenever
start.
you start. Yep.
And so, they get two of them down and they're sitting there. I mean, you give these kids some confidence. You give a 20-year-old kid some confidence, you know what they're going to do.
Speaking of that, Hurley, they were talking about this. That kid, that freshman on UConn, he made 0 shots in the first half, and Hurley, they interviewed him, said law of averages. He came out and he hit a shot, and Hurley was going crazy because he knew he just needed to see one go in. He just went on a freaking tear, just
Yep.
started making it. Like
Like you
that's
said, well, and those are the fun stories that we get to talk about through March Madness. That's the
right.
reason why we love this. You know,
All right, let's move on. Uh, Looking forward, matchups for the Sweet 16. Which game are you most or games are you most interested in?
um, I mean, honestly, that East bracket just looks like so much fun. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
I mean,
agree.
those games are going to be back to back on the 27th. So you're going to have Duke and St. John and Michigan State and UConn back to back. I mean,
Yeah,
that is going to be. I
yeah,
mean,
that
can't miss.
yeah, that's wild. We got
Yeah,
Duke and St. John's Friday at 7, and then Michigan State
and that's
UConn
and that's over
Friday
on
at nine
C
forty five.
and that's over on CBS, boy, and they're loving that.
Oh God, yeah. Oh
um,
yeah, 100%.
the other game I'm actually this is somebody we haven't even brought up yet. Illinois, that Houston Illinois game,
Bro.
that's going to be a
That
good one.
I have Illinois in the Final Four, so
Yeah, like you said, that's going to be a good one. And the last one that I'm really excited about is the Texas Purdue game because I want to see if Texas comes in as a bubble team and can actually show up.
that's right. And that was one of my questions for you. Do you think Texas can get it done?
First off, you already know my answer because I told you that they couldn't win one game.
You
Yeah, I
did
mean, think
say
about
that.
that. Whenever we were talking about the first four in the tournament, I
You
told you
did,
that none of them could win a game. Those
and
were
you
the
said
words out of my
SMU
mouth.
was gonna, yeah.
Yeah, I said
Or
not a
who
one
do
of
they
them.
play?
SMU played Miami, Ohio, and then
Who
Texas
played?
played
NC State.
NC State. Yeah. And I said, no, neither one of them can win a game after that first four. And obviously, I'm getting proved wrong. So I might be eating crow again. No, I don't think they can do it. But I love being proved wrong by these things because that's what,
Dude,
like I said, we keep going back to it. That's the reason why we love it.
dude, I agree. And it's March Madness. That's what I was talking about with you and TG. Like this year, could not. This is the only year I felt like I could have picked chalk and been so confident, but
Yep.
it just gets blown up. Like I could not. Nobody in on earth would pick Iowa to beat Florida in their bracket. I'm telling you that
Nope.
right now. If they say they did it after. I'm just telling you. There's no
No,
way.
no, exactly. Well, and the thing is too, like whenever I look at that Iowa Houston bracket, luckily I was smart enough and I picked Houston to make it
Right.
to the Final Four. You know what I mean? So,
And I got
uh,
Illinois, so we're going. And it's going
yeah,
to be one of those two teams, I think.
yeah. I mean,
Now,
because one of them will have to go up against Iowa or Nebraska.
but if Iowa beat Florida, I feel like they can beat anybody
Yeah,
at this
exactly.
at this point. Um, let's see which one seed has the biggest chance of losing.
Oh
So
man,
you
what a
got,
question.
I mean, I'll go and throw this out there. Are,
Duke, Duke.
I have, I'm looking at, I have St. John's beating Duke, so I'm going to say that.
Woo,
But watch out for Arkansas,
over
dude.
Arizona?
Bro, that kid, A Cup, is probably one, if not the best player
Well,
in
I know, and
college.
the thing is, they can both score. That's what's crazy is both those teams can really put up some points.
Right, it's going to be
Um,
a shootout. Who
I
gets to
mean,
stop? Somebody
I'm trying
said
to,
whoever gets the first stop wins this game.
yeah,
I'm
because
just like,
because let's see, Arkansas put up 94 on High Point, and
that's what I'm saying, bro.
what did Arizona do? I know
Oh,
uh, they put up 78 on Utah State. I mean, that's got to have a point total of like 175 or something like that. The over under
oh yeah,
180,
dude. I
which
want
would
to
be
go
crazy.
before I forget. Going back to disappointing Gonzaga, I knew it from the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Bro,
had them losing. I wasn't worried about any of that. I
everybody
think
was
I had
so
them
high
winning
on them.
one game. I had them winning one game.
The reason why I asked about seeds is because there's a lot of people saying St. John should have been flipped with Gonzaga 5-3, which would have made a big difference, but it is what it is. I think what we got set up for the East right now, I love it.
No, I mean this is. Let's take a step back and just look at how great these matchups are going to be for the Sweet 16. We got a 1-5 and a 3-2 over there in the East,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a quote unquote chalk bracket. And then we look at the South, a 9-4 and a 2-3. We love it.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
because
oh,
that 9-4, one of these teams gets a run that nobody probably picked them to do. And that one
exactly.
seed's out of there.
And then we also have the 11-2 matchup with Texas and Purdue. So I really think Texas actually might be able to beat Purdue. I really do, man. I was
Uh,
watching them play, and they look so good, man.
yeah. And I'll let you finish your point and then I'll bring something up. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying,
The
whenever
matchups.
whenever we take a look back, I mean, I think we've got some fantastic matchups for this weekend.
So if you I don't know if you looked at them or not, the spreads. If you were to just look at these matchups, like you just said, who probably is favored the most? Would you think, or would the
Um,
average person think of those
I
seeds
would,
going up?
I mean, you would think it'd be probably Purdue and Texas. You'd think Purdue would have the
Right,
biggest spread.
bro. They're the
Uh,
fourth,
yeah, that's crazy.
bro. It's only. I mean, these games are going to be tight. So it's surprisingly,
I
but
don't know.
not surprisingly at all. As an unbiased fan, Michigan has the biggest spread, but don't let Bama get hot though, because I watched that game last night, and they're beating any team that comes to them in the country. They're beating if they get hot like they did last night. I'm just telling you.
Yep.
But dude, I agree with you. I think Texas has a chance, and Purdue, they're known for their slip ups, but they haven't slipped up since the very before the Big Ten tournament. And they've just been rolling, and they look very good. So we'll see what happens there.
Yep.
Let's see. Give me a team that you're taking now to get to the Elite Eight that you did not have at the beginning. So, which team do you have out of these games? Give me a team that you did not have making the Elite Eight that you're picking now.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I
I
like
don't know.
it.
Out of all of them, I think they have the best.
Tennessee.
Out of making it to the Elite Eight, I think they've got the best chance that I didn't have them previously.
I like that answer because we both didn't have Iowa and Nebraska, so we'll skip those. I don't want to
Yep.
pick one of those because that's too easy.
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna pick. Oh man, bro, I don't even think there's another answer.
Yeah. There's
I'm not
not
taking
because
Alabama. I have St. John's.
I mean, because you look at
So
the like I said, we look at the East bracket. We know any of those teams could have made it to the Elite Eight.
right.
We're going to skip over the Iowa and Nebraska game.
The
Houston
only
and
one you have
Illinois.
is Bama or Tennessee, and
Yeah, Bama or
I think
Tennessee.
Tennessee, like unbiased sports fan there, I truly do think Tennessee has a better chance to beat them than Bama has a chance to beat us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like Bama has to get hot. Like that's the only chance. I'm just gonna say that's the only chance, or we shoot freaking 20%.
Well, I don't want to bring up the Big Ten
Yeah.
championship game, but
Well, guess what? We shot 28%, and we ain't done that all year. So that's what I'm saying. We shot. That was our worst 3 point and shooting game this whole year against Purdue, and I can't remember the exact stats. Hold on, let me show you right here. I'm not making excuses either. Purdue's a great team; they deserved it. But I'm unbiased anyway, so it don't really matter. Yeah, 7 for 24 for three, 29%. So
yeah,
that's what I say.
yeah,
If we shoot that bad, which we haven't shot that bad in the tournament, but anybody can have an off game. So I'm not gonna say it's no chance, but I'm gonna say it's a 1% chance Bama wins. No, I agree.
yeah.
Tennessee. All right, let's see here. Trends to keep in mind going forward for all you bettors out there. Um, that we've talked about at the very beginning. These are still in line to happen. 8 of the last 15 years, a double-digit seed has made the Elite Eight or better. So
So that right there tells us Texas is going.
they got a
Texas,
chance.
I mean, it's a done deal.
So since Arizona in 1997, no team west of Texas has won it all.
So no team
So
west of Texas
we knew
has.
Gonzaga. Yeah, we knew
So we knew
Gonzaga. They're out.
Gonzaga, Arizona's
Nebraska's still in
out.
it. Nebraska's still in it, but they're going to be out. And then, I mean, that's just stats here. Since 2009, okay, this is crazy one. Since 2009, only 5 preseason favorites have made it to the Final Four. Houston and Purdue are preseason favorites. Isn't
So
that
Houston.
that's a
So
wild
that's
stat?
what I'm saying. So Texas is so that stat's going to still hold true too. Texas is going to beat Purdue, and
Well, you
you
got
said,
Houston.
well, yeah, Houston. Nah, Houston ain't losing, bro. That team's that team's legit.
I'm just saying, only 5 times out of the last what's that?
Hey,
16 years,
we're
17.
due for number six.
That's right. Uh, and then here's another one. One team seated seventh or lower has made the Final Four 10 out of the last 12 years. You got Iowa and Texas. Bro, that's crazy to me.
That
Like,
is
think about
wild.
that. Final Four, not Elite Eight, Final Four, seventh or lower. That's all we have, right? Iowa and Texas?
Yeah, Iowa and Texas. Yeah, because everybody, the next lowest is St. John's at a 5 seed,
Or Tennessee at
or
six.
Tennessee at
But
6. Yeah.
still, bro, that's a crazy freaking stat. 10 out of 12
Mm.
years. And one of them was last year. So
Yeah.
take that away. 10 out of, I mean, that's crazy.
And last year
Um,
we talked about it so much. I mean, last year it was just almost those 4 teams were head and shoulders above everybody. I mean, it was just you could
bro,
just you
exactly.
just know.
Exactly. And then a couple more, just keeping these in mind, because I'm gonna be betting Texas and freaking Iowa. I promise you that. Over the past 25 years, the average sum of the Final Four has been around 11, besides last year. So I mean, you got
Okay.
to think one of these 5 seeds, one of these 6 seeds, one of them always gets there.
Yep.
That goes with the other stat. 15 of the last 22 champions were number one seeds. So I mean, that's I think me and you both think a number one seed is going to win this year. A 5 seed has never won. St. John's is a 5.
Yeah.
Isn't that
No.
crazy?
I mean, I know I was talking about how good these games are going to be, but I still think the outcome is Duke's going to win that game.
Yeah.
You know,
And
and it and they might win. They might win by 15 to 20 points.
if they get going, if Duke gets going, it's hard to stop them. Now, if
Exactly.
they have some rough patches, if you get them
But
going,
here's the problem that we're seeing right now with Duke, with Foster not playing, is Cam Boozer cannot carry that team.
bro, I know.
I mean, his brother's stepping up. You know, his brother's starting to play
I'll give
well.
that. Caden is
Yeah,
playing well
he's
when he
playing
needs to play.
exactly. But the thing is that Duke team does not look like Duke without Foster on the court.
No, 100%. They're very beatable.
Yep.
And last one for you, 23 of the last 24 champs have ranked within top 21 offense and top 29 defense prior to the tournament, which is Duke, Michigan, Iowa State, Arizona, Houston, Illinois, them 6 teams. And I
And they're
think that's the
so
ones
off.
we. I think that's the ones we've said at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's crazy to me. But let's go ahead and look ahead.
All
Let's just
right.
play a look ahead game to the Elite Eight. Um, we know over there in the East that elite game is going to be
Oh,
one for
dude,
the books.
I
But
can't
which
wait for that.
that Duke and UConn or Duke and Michigan State or St. John's, Michigan State, St. John's, UConn, whoever it is. I mean,
Oh
imagine,
man.
bro. Shire, Dan Hurley, Patino, Tom Izzo
But
to
you know
for
what's
a Final
crazy?
Four spot, bro.
Although I don't think it's going to happen, I would love to see St. John's and Michigan go up against each other in that.
Bro, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that would be so great.
And I
Two
mean,
legends of
I'm
the
just telling
game
you,
just, oh, that'd be fantastic.
bro, that would be a great game. I would love to see that. But honestly, I'm with you. I know I picked St. John's, but if Duke gets rolling, bro, and I think those last two games were the times to beat Duke, but
Yep.
they were
Oh,
able
they're
to
woke
get
up
past the
now.
signal.
They're
Yeah,
woke up
exactly.
now. Yep.
And that big dude's back. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, and Gogba, he played in
a
that.
little bit.
He looked a little rusty in the round of 32 game, but I mean,
I'm
he
surprised they
still,
even played him, to be honest. Like I would have
yeah.
just, but I think you're right though. It woke him up.
Yep.
I think he wanted to get out there because he didn't want to lose that game and make sure of it.
Well, you even said it in the last time we talked about. You said, "What's the point of him going out there if they don't need him?" You said that you think that they would probably sit him for both games.
Well,
Well,
we
they
figured
got
out
woke
real
up by
quick.
Sienna
Yeah,
real quick.
Sienna, bro. Like, come on, that's crazy
Yeah.
to even still say.
Yep.
I bet you were like there, like, screw
Oh,
my
bro,
bracket, screw my bracket.
I
Me
was sitting there.
too,
I was like, I don't care. I don't care. If Sienna can get this done, I will be the happiest camper out there. Because you got to think what would have happened was it would have been Duke would have got beat by Sienna, and then a couple hours later, I would have had to have the low of lows of blowing a 19
bro.
point lead.
Oh my gosh,
The only thing that would have been
dude.
able to lift me up a little bit would have been the fact that Duke got beat.
Yeah, and then dude, that whole bracket would have been all messed up.
Oh yeah, that would have been great. But no,
Because then you got TCU going, and then St.
it's
John's
playing
definitely
out.
would have went.
It's playing out exactly how we thought it would.
However, exactly, and
Yeah,
I don't even think, to be honest, Kansas. I much rather have St. John's in that group of four than Kansas. I know Bill
yep,
Self; he's a great coach, but like they're just not that team this year.
no, no,
But and then I mean, you look on the other side, the Midwest. You got a potential matchup: Michigan and Iowa State, Michigan, Tennessee,
yeah. I mean,
Alabama, Tennessee. You never know.
yeah. Or and then even in that South bracket where we're talking about Iowa and
Yep.
Nebraska coming out of it, Iowa could come out
That,
of there, and I mean, how exciting would that be to see those guys go on something? Nebraska,
so
one of those two teams are going to be in the Elite Eight,
right.
right?
And if Illinois turns around and beats Houston somehow, Iowa and Nebraska have played Illinois this year.
Yeah.
It's a
And I don't
familiar
recall.
face.
Do
And
you know what the outcomes were to those games were?
let me see. I'll check right here for you. I do want to actually see that. I don't remember exactly, but let's see. Iowa played Illinois. Let's see. Iowa, Illinois, were they? Illinois beat them by 6. So
Illinois beat Iowa by 6.
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And then you got who else? Nebraska,
Nebraska.
Illinois played Nebraska, beat them by 9.
Okay.
So, oh, buddy,
I don't know.
that. I mean, I agree. I think
Well, and
I don't know, bro.
that's one of the things we don't get often in the NCAA tournament, which you think we'd get it more, is conference on conference crime is what I like to call it.
Yep.
We actually don't get it a lot in the NCAA tournament. So whenever it does happen, it's fun, man.
Oh, 100%. And that South bracket is 3 out of 4 teams, bro, are Big
Yeah.
Ten. So we're going from 6 teams, and by the next week, out of that bracket for sure, it could be bet down to 3
Yeah.
if Houston takes it.
Yep.
But and then obviously the West bracket, potential matchup of Arizona and Purdue. Purdue, the ball they're playing right now, I think they could beat anybody. I think
Yep.
they've proved it, but Arizona's tough. So
Well,
I
that's what
mean,
I'm
we'll
saying. I
see.
mean, I think any of these teams get hot, they can beat anybody. You know?
Agree. Yeah, we named these teams off at the beginning. I think you're right. The only ones we're really I was worried about was Iowa, but they just proved to beat Florida. So
Yep.
Texas is on their run. Um, if you redid your bracket now, who would you have advancing? Who's your just give me your final four real quick.
I mean, I
If you've
don't think
changed
it's
your
changed
mind,
that much.
no, off of seeing them
Duke,
play.
Duke, Houston, um, Arizona, and Michigan. I mean, I don't think only difference I had is I had Virginia going on a little bit of run, which I should have known better.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. All right, Virginia. I would probably say if I were to repick, because I got St. John's, bro. I think I'm gonna stick with them. I'm gonna stick with
hey, roll
Patina.
with them,
Um,
roll with them.
I'm gonna stick with Illinois, and I'm gonna stick with Arizona and Michigan. Remember that
Okay,
sum of 11? That's 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 10. I kind of did it
10.
off of that because that remember that stat.
One,
It's
two,
the
three,
final four has hovered around
four.
11.
See, and if I were to do it, it'd be one, two, three, four, five. See, I'd only be at five because I'd have a one, and a two.
Yep. Which, but last year was all 4-1, so that might be dead anyways.
Yep.
All right, let's move on.
Trends are meant to be broken.
Yeah, but there's like 15 of them that haven't since 19 something, but we'll see. All right, moving on. Everybody knows the hat challenge, random team draw. As an unbiased fan, I personally love this section because we get to talk about a team that drawn completely random, got all the remaining teams in here out of a hat. All right, let's see who we got here. Let's put my hat back on. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Who's that say?
Did I say Michigan?
That's the Michigan Wolverines. And let me I just got to be completely honest about this team. I'm a freaking unbiased fan here. I've been an unbiased since I started this thing. Michigan's a freaking wagon, boys. There's no team that can even compete with these guys when they're playing on this level. First two games, all right. First game, first half, whatever. We were toying with the little boys, letting them shoot 10 out of 16 from threes, and then we just stomped on their second half. St. Louis had no chance. Don't tell yourself they did because that's it. They're gonna absolutely destroy Bama. Bama just had their best shooting freaking game in 30 freaking years. They're not gonna do it again. They're not. They went against a Texas Tech that was depleted. They knew they couldn't win it. I'm just telling you right now, it's Michigan by 15 plus. No one can guard Mara, Yaxel, or Morris Johnson. We have the best point guard in the country, Elliot Cadeau. Shout out to the UNC people out there for running him off. And I'm just telling you right now, we have the best freshman in the country with Trey McKinney when he comes in and gets his 10 plus points. It's by far the deepest and best bench in the country. I just mean it. Michigan they're going to make Bama look like a freaking middle school team. They're going to win by 15 plus. I'm unbiased here, so before all the Bama fans come after me, I just give straight facts on this show. All right, let's get back to it. I love that
And Dusty
section.
and Dusty May is just out there rolling. Too bad,
Oh,
like you said.
bro,
Too bad he's coming to Carolina.
stop that. No, sir.
Boy,
I'm on the flight to Ann Arbor
y'all
to go
would
on
be hurt.
strike. Yeah. I mean, you think like what he's done for this program, bro. I mean, sorry, Michigan's program. 2 years ago, 8 wins.
I
Eight
know,
wins.
I know.
And everybody wants to say, oh, Balt team, Balt team. Yaxel played for UAB. Elliot Cadeau got ran off by UNC fans because he was a turnover machine. Mara played 7 minutes at UCLA last year, and they turned him into the defensive player of the year, Big Ten. Morris Johnson, he was the seventh man at Illinois. There ain't no buying to it. Dusty made this team.
Well, and you want to hear something wild about that?
Yeah,
It's not just buying teams anymore.
bro. It's
North
go ahead.
Carolina had the fifth highest spending on a roster this year, and we see what happened.
Bro,
It's not only about getting the players and the money. Yes, that's an aspect to coaching, but it's getting these guys to buy in. And whatever Dusty May's doing up there, and the only reason why I'm giving him any credit at all is because I look at a guy like Elliot Cadeau.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I saw it firsthand, and I'm seeing what he's doing over there in Michigan, and it's just he's a different player, and
He
it's
is.
not like all of a sudden he got 10 times better at basketball. It's coaching.
But that's what my point. Him. You got Mara. He played 7 minutes. They thought he was going to be one of the biggest college busts. He's 7'4". He couldn't do anything at UCLA. Got 7 minutes. Well, that's Mick Cronin's fault for not getting with them and playing them more. Dusty May turned him to all defensive player or defensive player of the year of the Big Ten. Morris Johnson, that dude's a tank. Freaking, I mean, he was the seventh man at Illinois last year. That's their fault. It's not like all these teams were going after these guys, like, and we just spent $50 million on each one of them. Dusty May knew who he wanted. UAB, that's Dusty's dude. He was Yagsel. He was supposed to go like top 10 in the draft last year, and that we did spend money on him, but it was so worth it. And I think it was good for
Well, you've
Yagsel.
got
He
to
got
spend money
better.
on players. You've got to spend
Right.
money on players. You have
Look at
to.
Look at Dabo. He's about to get ran off because he won't.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm well
you
aware.
got you got to get with the program, boys.
And
I
that's
don't.
where I mean, like you said, it's a topic for another day. But that's where the ACC is fell so far behind. We have
Right.
fallen so far behind for not spending money. We're just now the ACC is just now starting to spend money on players. And it's like, listen, man, that prestige and that name on that front of the jersey can only do so much. But it's coaching.
It's
It's still
100%
coaching.
coaching because I mean I was so nervous
Look at
again.
that East
We
bracket. We've been talking about it for 10 minutes now.
There you go.
15 minutes. Who's
All
who's in
the
it?
yeah, the four best coaches made it to this point for a reason.
Yep.
What we're saying, oh, these teams aren't as good as their old team. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter about the team as much as that coach. I mean, it matters 50-50. But
You gotta have some ball players. You gotta have some ball players. But
right, but if you're looking at those teams, you ain't gonna not have ball players. That's my point.
yeah,
Like they can be less talented than past teams, but with those coach, they can compete with anyone. Any of those teams can make the Final Four. I think in the East bracket, that one's wide open, like you said. It wouldn't
yep.
surprise me if any of them did. All right, let's finish up here. Let's just. I know you probably don't got them written down. Maybe you do the sports picks. Um, let's go with Thursday picks and Friday picks. With just these Sweet 16 games, your best bets. If you want me to start while you look, I'll do it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Sports picks for Thursday. We're going Iowa money line. The Hawkeyes are going to the Elite Eight. I'm going Arkansas plus 7.5. I think with A Cuff and their offense, they can keep it close. I'm not saying they're going to win. I just think they'll keep it within that number. And I'm going Illinois plus 3.5 and money line. Friday's picks. The one and the only best, Michigan minus 10. Unbiased here, so take it with a grain of salt. St. John's plus 6.5. And money line. I think they're going to beat Duke. I'm telling you, I think they're going to beat Duke. Patino is in a different world. This dude was retiring 2 years ago, and he gets in his program. He's this close. You know the storyline it would be if he won another one.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
he that defense. Did you see that defense last game? They were all over. They had 7 turnovers, 3 backcourts, and 4 5-second violations. That's freaking defense. Kansas did. That's elementary school turnovers. And then I'm going UConn money line. Michigan State, they got a good coach, but that's not a good team. Jeremy Fear's dirtiest player in the freaking college. It's just not a good ball team, I don't think. UConn's going to blow them out. Good job, Izzo, for getting this Crow team to where they are now, but UConn money line. Last one, Tennessee plus 4. I think we talked about this, and I might sprinkle a little money line on there.
okay.
I think they have a good chance if they can get going. They're feeling confident right now. And then last one, as an unbiased fan, Michigan's still my pick to win it all. They're the best team in the country by far. It's not even close. Corey, what you got?
I It's so crazy because I really think any of these games can go either way.
I know. I had that was like I'm gonna have to watch the way
I
the
think
lines
I
move,
think the
but
only thing I think I'm gonna go.
you can take them against Michigan. I don't care. That's a lot of points.
No,
I know.
I mean that's the big one right there. You're sitting there looking
Right.
at what is that, 9.5, 10 points,
But why is it that? Like, come on.
and but that's what's crazy. Where you went on the on St. John's money line, and what's crazy is I think Duke could win by double digits.
Yeah, dude, I I agree with you. These games, these close spread games, could be blowouts. Some of
Yeah,
them. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Michigan 10 point favorite. It could be down at the last minute.
I'm gonna have to study on it.
All
I'll
right,
text
that's
them.
cool.
I'll text them over to you.
No, comment them.
All
Comment
right,
them on the
I'll
video.
throw
I'll
them in the
pin it.
comments. Yeah, I'll throw it in on the comments for you.
Oh, all right. You got anything else?
No, excited, man. Like you said, we're into the nuts and bolts part of the NCAA tournament, so it was great. It was what a this this time of year, this past weekend that we
Bro,
just had. Is it not just the greatest sports weekend ever?
dude, it is. Let me tell you something real quick. My parents got me one of them monster speakers for Christmas, the waterproof ones, but it has a TV on it. It comes with
Okay,
an antenna. All you do is plug
okay.
in the TV, put the antenna on top. I got any game. We went to the Whitewater Center on just laid out a blanket on the grass and set the TV up and watched college basketball.
I mean, it's just so
It's
great.
one of the coolest speakers ever. So,
Well, you had it
oh, here
made
you
and
go.
straight over there.
Oh, this is it.
Oh, that thing's sick.
Yeah. And then it comes with an antenna. I got a Roku stick in here I can just plug up. Dude, it's so sick. Any channel I want, obviously on antenna, and all the games for March Madness are on here. But
Nice. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Like you said, but no, just going back to it, we just had the greatest weekend in sports. It's almost sad the fact that like it's almost such a high that we just had, and I know we're on the tail end of what's coming down now.
which
And
sucks to think about. Like I swear in middle school and high school, like I felt like those 4 days were a month. Like I
yeah,
don't remember it. I feel like it was like Monday through Sunday, 2 weeks in a
yeah,
row. But it's only if you think about it now, Thursday through Sunday, and then now this next Thursday through Sunday. But you don't have multiple games on at once. Like it. I
no.
mean, they do it now to 7 p.m. games, but now I kind of wish they would spread those out so you could watch each one of them.
Well, I mean that's the thing is so you've got what is that? One, two, you got 4 games on between 2 days, and then you've
Thursday
got
and
two.
Friday.
Yeah, and then you got 2 games on each day on Saturday and Sunday. So
Yep.
it's like, oh
But
man,
I'll tell you one thing as an unbiased fan here, these days coming up, it's going to be if Michigan gets past Alabama, that wait to the next game is going to be. Oh my gosh! Let me tell you
nah, I'm
something.
happy for all the fans out there that still have their team in it. It's a little disappointing whenever we go out. But I'm as a ball watcher, ball knower, I still love this.
That's it. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't watched first 3 episodes, CORIE knows ball himself. He was on episode 2. TG was on episode 1 and 3. Go check those out. Make sure to go comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for the best ball knowledge out there. I think y'all seen it with us too right here and TG. Um, I want to hear from you guys too. Comment your Final Four national champion, and also good luck in the bracket challenge. Let's get to 100 subscribers so we can get that drawing out of the way, that giveaway. It's gonna be a really cool giveaway. I have a few ideas. I don't want to spoil it yet, but thanks for coming on again, CORIE, and it's been fun. Hope everyone out there has a great rest of the March Madness. See you at the window. Deuces.